that was my point. It's kind of where I was walking towards was the XML endpoint was like the key to let us touch anything in the service. So everything had to be edited in desktop unless you had premium somewhere. And then you'd get this URL, the XML endpoint, which then other third-party tools could read down the definition of the model, make changes, and push those changes up. However, you typically got locked into like, I could only edit in the service. It doesn't let you do anything. Like once you've modified the service, you're done.
So the one limitation that a lot of people found out the hard way was if I were to modify a model on the web using the XML endpoint.
Yes.
Well, that ability when something happens and I need to download that Power BI file with the model, locked, done. Yep. So you're stuck.
Yeah. Now that's less of an issue.
Right. Much less of an issue now.
You can still modify some things and still download stuff. But also, now that you have the ability to edit these models, right, you can go get those models. And if you're using like the PBIR format or the PBIP format, now you can publish the file, like the collection of files that make up a report, directly to a Git, integrate that directly with PowerBI.com. And now you can edit in the service. You get your changes committed to the Git repo, and then you can download the repo locally to your desktop and then just open it up in Power BI desktop. Exactly. This whole code, they've done a huge amount of like code refactoring to make it much more interoperable between the service and desktop. So that's where we were.
Yeah.
And now where are we now? Well, now we have all the same great desktop, let's call it modeling tools, right? The modeling view with the model tab or the model pane on the right-hand side now is there. We now have DAX query view. In desktop, we have Timdal editor. Great. I think actually Timdal editor fixes a lot of my major issues with being able to manipulate and talk to the model. However, we don't have Timdal view currently in the PowerBI.com service.